Hello, my fellow Americans and the rest of YouTube viewers from around the world. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. Trump, Hillary. Oh, we just have a couple more months to go. But, there's just some truths. There's people who are going to vote for Hillary no matter what. She could be indicted, they'd still vote for her. She could be found guilty, they'd still vote for her. That's just the way it is. Same thing, there's people going to vote for Trump no matter what. But there's a small segment of Americans who haven't decided who they're going to vote for. Those would be the people who make up their minds. In fact, I heard somewhere it's like, if you don't live in a swing state, you might as well not vote because it doesn't matter. I mean, here in Oregon, it's going to be a Democrat. They're going to go for Hillary because all the people in Portland and Salem and Eugene, they outnumber, the folks out in the hills, out in the country, in the rural parts of the state. They run the state. They're running it into the ground. So you say, I guess there's just a few states that really matter. Those swing states like, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Florida. Those are the ones that really count. But, I think the messages are pretty clear. If you look at the messages of the candidates and you vote instead of looking at the people, some people go, "Oh, I'm voting for the person. I'm not voting for the party, I'm voting for the person." Well, the thing about that is are you really voting for the person, or are you voting for what the media tells you about the person? Are you really looking at their platform? Have you done your homework? Have you studied? Do you know where they stand on the important issues to the country and the important issues to you? I mean, there's a lot of people think, hey, you know what? I like my Obamacare. If it wasn't for Obamacare, this, that, or the other. So they're going to probably vote for Hillary. Why? Because they want free stuff. Is that a bad thing? I love free stuff. But I don't really think that's the best way to vote for a president. But that's just my opinion. If that's what you want to do, then by all means do it. That's what makes America great. You get to vote how you want, not how somebody tells you to vote. It's just that it's unfortunate that people have the right to vote, but they don't really do anything to be a responsible voter. I mean, there's so many videos out there. I think it's that Steve Crowder. He goes around and he says these really crazy things. He asks these people questions. And some of the people fall for it. I mean, that's the level of what we're dealing with here. And to me, that's pretty scary. Kind of reminds me when I went to get my hunting license in Maryland. And there was, I don't know, about 50 people in the room. And the teacher taught the class, and then we had to take a test. Written test. And the teacher said, hey, if anybody can't read, I can read it to you. I looked around. I go, people can't read? They're going to be out in the woods with guns? Yeah, well, I didn't go hunting. Not there. I don't want to be out in the woods with a bunch of people who can't read. Just doesn't seem like that's a smart thing to do. But the point is that there's really no use trying to convince somebody that supports Hillary Clinton not to. They've drank so much Obama aid that there's no amount of reason, no logic, no evidence or facts. There's just not enough to sway them, to persuade them. because they're not voting from here. They're voting from here, but actually they're voting from back here. But you know, they could say the same thing about people voting for Trump, even though I don't think that's true. I mean, they could say, well, look, they've been trying to get Hillary for years, but she hasn't been indicted. She hasn't gone to trial. She hasn't been convicted. In America, you're innocent until proven guilty. But when the fix is in, and they just make excuses about her emails and other things, the Clinton Foundation, donations from the Middle East, money laundering, influence peddling. I mean, the list is just so long, it's just not even funny. But yet, somehow, people still want to believe. But then again, in the 21st century, it's amazing what some people will believe in. It really is. You gotta laugh. But the only thing is it's really nothing to laugh at because it's serious business here. We're about to elect a president. And the thought of Hillary Clinton being president, that's just scary to me. But I know some people, Donald Trump being president, is scary to them. So I guess the thing of it is we're just going to have to wait and see. You know, cast your ballot. Hopefully there's no shenanigans at the ballot box. No more hanging chads or any of that nonsense. And maybe we'll elect a president that can lead us out of the mess that we're in. I don't think that's Hillary Clinton. I think she'll probably just drive us right over the cliff. But that's just my opinion. You know, you got your opinion. But the unfortunate thing is the media really can sway opinion. And the media is not playing fair. Not at all. They never do. They probably never have. But now, it's like, it doesn't matter that they're biased. We're just going to shove it right down your throats. I really believe that since they're shoving this, you know, men going to little girls' bathroom down our throats and people aren't lining up, you know, to throw the tyrants out of office, that they figure they can do anything they want. Who's going to stop them? It's like, stop them at the ballot box? Go ahead, try. So, my fellow Americans, once again, as always, it's time to wake up and smell the tyranny.